Hello, I hope this is finding all of you well and safe. I just wanted to know, to tell all of you that have been hurt in any way because of Hurricane Helene, really so sorry. And I pray that everyone give a little bit of money, try to donate a little money or your time to try to help these people. It's just so, I've heard stories that are just absolutely devastating. I can hardly believe it, what's happening to people. Oh boy. So I think if you're concerned about who you should donate to, I think Samaritan's Purse, that's Billy Graham's son that runs that. Now that's one that I've heard nothing but good things about. Almost everything that they get goes directly to help people. So if you're unsure about who you should donate to, you can feel very safe through them. All right, I didn't plan this. This is going to be kind of a chit chat, but I've just a couple things in my mind. And now, right now, so maybe by the time you hear this, this will be all past or it's over. I don't know. But there's that another one coming through, which is Milton, another hurricane that's been brewing up and going through. And I guess it's on its way to Florida. And I have her sister and brother-in-law and nephew and niece and great niece, the nephew, couple nephews there. So they're in St. Augustine. Usually they don't get hit by anything, but this has been some unusual storms. So I did leave a message to my sister and her husband, and that goes for my nephew and any of them, all of them, in fact, can, if it looks bad, guys, come here. Come on down. Or is it up? Yeah, it'd be up for you guys in Tennessee. But so prayers for them, for anybody who is in the path of this new storm. Pray for the peace of Israel. They're going through a horrible war too. Yes, a lot going on in this world. Okay, so we can do what we can do. We can help out financially or help physically and pray about it. But life goes on here, right? So I don't want you guys to be feeling bad. So I thought I'll just have a chit chat and I was going to have it on the deck. We just got back from small groups from our church. And I made a big thing of egg salad sandwiches on sourdough bread. And that went over really well. So came back with an empty container. So now I came home and I'm thinking, I haven't talked to you for a while and I need to do a little chit chat. And also I want to know if any of you are affected by the storm, Helena, and let me know what your story is. Some of you have shared a little bit, just, wow, just unbelievable. But also they've shared how people have reached out and helped. It looks like, I don't know what FEMA's doing. I mean, I don't know the whole story, but it seems like a lot of people are very disappointed in FEMA. I don't know. I don't want to judge it, but I'm just from what I'm hearing, not too good. But people are helping people, and churches are helping, and independent little organizations, and they're all helping, so that's good to know. Okay, so now I am back on the Mediterranean diet. I was on it, I was off of it, now I'm back on it again because I went in for my regular checkup and my cholesterol, to me, I'm thinking this is so low. She said my cholesterol was 85. Well, the newest test was 83. And she goes, I said, do you think that's high? And she said, well, once you've had a heart attack, your cholesterol should be 70. And I'm already on a statin drug, but I take CoQ10 with it. And make sure if you're on a statin drug that you are taking CoQ10, because it can affect the muscles in your body and even the brain. My friend Arlen Jacobus, who's gone on to be with the Lord, told me about that years ago, and we have followed his advice, and it's been good. So I haven't had any trouble with the statin drugs. All right. So she said, if I don't start eating better and exercising, that she's going to be putting me on another drug. I do not want to be on another drug. So the last few days I've been eating correctly, Mediterranean, and I wanted to lose weight anyhow. I don't know if at first, I'm just getting into this thing right now, figuring out what you can or you can't eat. If you have any good Mediterranean recipes, share them with me. Now, when we were in Savannah, Georgia, my granddaughter lives there, and her husband and their little baby. Well, she made gyros for us, and they were delicious. I mean, they were really good. And so I got the recipe from her. It's nothing like I thought it would be. And here's the thing, there is lamb in it. It's half lamb and half ground beef. I just never purchased lamb in my life. I just can't do it. I don't know, it just don't seem right. No, but I did it this time. And there was only one package of lamb left when I went to the store. I got it and some ground beef, mixed that together with all the spices and garlic and everything, and you make that into a meatloaf. So I should put the recipe on there. I'll put it as, where it says more. Look down below and it says more. If you go down there, I'll put the recipe. But the meat, I think she said, make sure after you cook, the meat, you make in a meatloaf pan. After that's baked, then you should put it into the refrigerator and put it in there for maybe a couple days. And it gets where you could slice it real thin. But that worked out perfect. And I had no trouble with that because after I read the recipe again, it said to have the onions real fine. And then I was thinking, oh, I don't know if they're fine enough. And so then I got the food processor out, and I put the meat in there, half of it at a time, and that cut up the onions a little finer. But it also, I know if you put meat, like for a meatloaf or something, in a food processor, it'll make it tougher, which ordinarily you're not going to want. But this doesn't have any egg to hold it together. But when I did that, I don't know what it was, but it sliced beautiful. And then when you're ready to make the gyros, I always say gyros, but I'm getting it now. The gyros, then you fry that just for a minute or so, just enough to heat it and brown it up, and put it onto the pita bread. And it didn't break apart, not a piece broke off. And made that, now I don't know how to say it, tetrazzini sauce or whatever it is, a cucumber sauce. So I put that on there too. Very good. All righty, moving right along. What else? Oh, well, I tore up all my tomato plants on the deck. That big, beautiful Mandela vine is still blooming. Hanging basket's still blooming. But, things are coming to an end. Pulled all the last of the tomatoes off, and we've been eating them, but I see some of them, when you bring them in, I got piles of them in pullers. Some of them are starting to rot. I got to go through those today. But nothing ever tastes as good as those tomatoes, so I kind of hate to see them go. But I was glad to tear down those tomato vines, take them out of there, and the zinnia plants, because they're getting all ratty and brown right now. So, I got so much I've been thinking about and doing, because that's how I am. But I bought one of those. I already got one from my sister-in-law, Kathy, for Christmas. One of those hydronic things where you start seeds inside with the light. I had one, and I decided I want another one, so I got a bigger one. I'll put a link on it. I'm going to do a video on it too. I ordered from Amazon some herb seeds. The reason I ordered herb seeds is when you're on this Mediterranean diet, so many times they're asking for fresh, different kind of herbs. Well, they want what? $3, $4, over $3, close to $4 for just a little package of, a little dinky package of fresh herbs. And you only use it like once or twice at the most, and then they rot in the refrigerator. And I'm just gonna grow them in here because I grew basil, a lot of basil last year, and I expect I still have the plant because I repotted. I took it out of there and potted it, had it outside all summer long, and so I'll bring it in and stick it close to that light. So yeah, all kind of herbs I'm going to be growing. So I'll show you that as it progresses. In fact, I'll show you as I put it together. This is different than the other one. I'm going to start letting you enjoy it too. All right, so we had some out-of-town guests that came in from Indiana, Jean and Debbie, and they didn't spend the night. They have I think it's a little timeshare that they have here, and she wanted to go back to is it 5th Street Marketplace. Hope I said that right. That's about the only kind of like a boutique place that we have around here. And she had went there last time. She came up and she loved it, so we went again. And her and I both bought a jacket. It was the same jacket. I must be easy influence. Although I was looking at it in white, and then she picked it up in black and was trying it on. I didn't even know it was the same jacket. And then I decided, I can buy a jacket. I'm going to do it. Usually, in places like that, they're kind of pricey, And maybe I'll buy some little thing, but I did. I got it. So when cold weather come, and I'll show that to you one day too. So while we were at the 5th Avenue Boutique, Jean and Mr. Bill were supposed to go. We were going to go golfing. To be honest, Mr. Bill was not feeling all that good. We have just been on the go so much, and he felt tired. And the grass on the golf course is so soggy. It just was not good weather for golfing at all, because we had so much rain because of Hurricane Helena. We also got a lot of rain here. So then they decided they was going to go to the rifle range, and he did pack up all his rifles and things like that. And for some reason, they started talking here at the house, and they didn't go while we were gone. So he wants to take me this week sometime, because he wants to show me how to shoot the rifle first and then a pistol. And everybody should be able to do that. All right, so back to the doctor. I went in. All right. Had a blood test done. Oh, and she's telling me she wants me to have no cream in my coffee anymore. So I'm not throwing out that whole container of cream I just bought. So when it's gone, I will substitute it with something else. I can't stand anything that has sugar in it. So I don't know. I was looking, and there was an oat creamer, but the ones I picked up all had sugar in it. So if you know of anything that tastes close to what half and half tastes like, or cream, let me know, would you? Because I need some ideas about that. All right, and she told me, so this is encouraged me to do this. She said, don't think you can have a stroke or a heart attack just because you got the stents, that they can clog up. And yeah, that's true. So she wants me on the treadmill 7 days a week, 30 minutes. I've done it every day since she told me that. That's my treadmill, and I'm going to be putting a link and showing it to you. But I've done it every day. But what I do is put my, I was doing my phone, but I think I'm going to put my computer on my jewelry box in front of the treadmill. And if you watch something on YouTube, you could watch news, you could watch, YouTube has all kind of entertaining stuff. the time will go by very quickly. And that really, really helps. And she wants me to check my blood pressure more often. Now, here's what happened. She's talking to me, and I know she's busy, and she come in, and she doesn't really, she takes a lot of time with you, but she talks fast, and she's very smart. And you almost feel intimidated by her. And she came in and she said, she's writing stuff down real fast. Are you taking your lisinopril, 5 milligrams twice a day? Are you taking your, but she calls them by, like your Plavix, but she had another name for it. Yeah, I'm taking. Then she threw a third one in there, and I'm like, what was that? Clop was something, CLOP something or other. Like, so it was a long name, and she said it again, and I didn't want to go, I don't know what you're talking about. And it just didn't register with me at all. I thought, what is she talking about? And I go, yeah. Yeah, I'm taking it. I thought, I'll just go home and check to see if I am taking it. But I know I've only, and I told Bill, I got in the car, I go, I'm only on two medications because I'm not taking the heart pills anymore. I'm off of that. I'm only taking, like a statin and a blood pressure pill. What is she talking about? And so then I come home, and there's not in there with my other drugs. I have them like in a small box, and it's not in there. What is she talking about? And then I'm concerned, like, what's wrong with you, Sandy? Why did you? And I couldn't think what she said, what she called it. So I kept thinking, I go, okay, wait. In my closet, I put all the drugs that I don't take anymore, or that I take rarely or something. And so I went in there and looked, and I found this bottle. I go, oh, that's what it is. It's like a Plavix, a blood, but that's not the name. It was CLOP something, and I threw the bottle away. I was going to tell you about it, but it's a generic name for Plavix, I guess. And I saw it, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with me? How did I get this separated from my medication? I didn't do anything wrong other than, oh my gosh. But I'm going to bed still thinking about this. This is like on a Wednesday, I'm thinking. I think Tuesday was my appointment with the doctor. Go to bed. What in the world was it? Well, Thursday morning, I go to the breakfast with these ladies, okay. So somehow, Carol, she always watches me when she's cooking. But Carol and I were sitting there, and I don't know, we'd come up about blood thinners. Yeah, she was talking about her blood thinners. And she says, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't bruise or anything. And then, I don't know, I started talking to her about what drug this doctor was talking about. I go, and she says, well, that's another name for Plavix. And she goes, Plavix is a blood thinner. And then, boom, it hit me. My heart doctor took me off of that blood thinner. After a year after the heart attack, that's all I had to take for is a year. He took me off of it. But just her saying that name, and I didn't quite understand what she said. Oh, it's my bad. I should have stopped and not worried about how stupid I looked. I should have just, I don't understand. What is that? I was afraid I'd say, what is that? And she would, get all huffy on me or something. I don't know. Or think I was really stupid, which I really was stupid. but I just felt so good. I'm thinking, oh, I didn't make a mistake. I am off that stuff. I don't have to take it. I'm watching the time. And some of you like these long, gabby videos, right? You're really interested in all this stuff. Okay. Let me know that too. Do you just like me to go on? Some don't. All right. So let's see. After Kara said, thinner. Okay. So we went to the grocery store to get stuff for this Mediterranean diet. And yeah, I found out things are really high. And some of the herbs that we were going to get, it's like I said, those little packages. So yes, that's why I'm going to be taking care of that myself. We got a desk, and I'll put that little video on right now. And I better stop it right here. I'll put that video on. I thought you might like to see the new desk that I got. I believe it was like $119. And you have to put it together. This one is 68 inches wide, but they come in different sizes. The reason I got this for is to do my makeup. So I put my makeup mirror here, and the chair I purchased, it kind of rocks back and adjustable height, $9.98, you guys. I don't know if they still have them or not, but on Amazon. But the shipping I think was like about $12, but still a deal. That was very easy to put together. The desk, we kept making mistakes on it, but the feedback was that people said they didn't have any trouble, so I guess it was us. But I like it because you can put this together in many ways you want. You can have all the jars on one side. I mean, you order the same desk, but you can put it together different ways. Or you can have two on each side. I chose to do it this way because I wanted to put my basket down here, right? And I've got my YouTube pillows below. And I have my little Alexa, my little lamp that I got marked down somewhere, scarf I got from Amazon, my trusty makeup mirror. The drawers are very strange. They open very nice, very smooth. See, I put my makeup in here, but it's like a material. It's not wood. See? And what did I put on this side? Oh, my nail stuff. That's my nail dryer and stuff. Because I don't have my nails done anymore. And this is just a towel I put over my lap when I'm putting makeup on so I don't get powder or stuff on me. The chair is very lightweight. Oh, and then I had that red light therapy. I got it kind of upside down now, but I put it down there. So it just makes everything a little neater. It comes in white and also comes black and wood grain. And I went with a black because everything else in here is black. Even the back of my bed, the headboard and stuff is all black. Okay, I'll put a link for it. I hope they still have them. I don't know. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Also, I've got this little, I guess you call it a powder room, little bathroom for guests when they come. It's in my utility room. And it has white walls, and I think I showed it to you, that old-fashioned border strip. So I think I'm going to have to take it down. I was going to wallpaper over it with this. Have you ever used this kind where you stick and peel wallpaper? I've never used it. I've wallpapered in the past. My former husband and I we were rehabbers, and we put all kind of wallpaper up and stuff. But it was the kind with the paste, and then it was the kind where it had the glue in the back and you put it in the water. That's what I'm used to working with. And he always did all the measuring. I just got but I found this place on my phone I was looking where you can put the measurements, just put in the height and the width of each wall, and you add it together and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to do that. Yeah, haven't done it yet. I'm going to do that. So I ordered like 2 rolls of wallpaper from Amazon. 1 roll came one day and 1 the next. I can't figure that out. But even then I'm looking, this is not going to be enough. So now today I'm going to go in and measure and figure it out, because I ordered 2 more rolls just in case. Got 4 rolls. And You know how it is because there's that repeat pattern too. But it's kind of a boho pattern. You're going to hate it or love it, but okay. I'll show it to you. I think it's going to be really neat. So, I mean, that bathroom was so boring. It is so boring. So, but this peel and stick, I don't know. Have you ever messed with it? I mean, this just sounds like a... But, you know, there's no hurry. I can just do one strip at a time. As long as I get that first strip up correctly and get it nice and because that's very important. Get that one up. So please let me know if you've ever done this. And I mean, like on YouTube, what's great now is you can look on YouTube for anything. No matter what you do, you can look on there, and there's a whole bunch of people telling you how to put up and peel and stick. And some of the videos for peel and stick are really old. So the stuff, I guess, has been around for quite a while, but I've never used it. Only peel and stick things I know is like contact paper you put in the jars. One good thing about this, if you don't want it anymore, you can just peel it right off the wall. No scraping or anything. You know how that is. So that's what I have to do with that border strip in there, which I don't mind, but one is way up on the ceiling. They put it clear to the ceiling. Let's see, what else have I got to tell you? Okay, so what I've been eating. Oh, I mentioned that about sourdough. Did I mention about like sourdough bread? I've been liking that. And I'm not quite sure if that's on the Mediterranean diet, but the glycemic index is very low on that. And I guess it's better for people if they're diabetic, so that would be good for Mr. Bill. And I bought some. I'll check and see what brand it is. But it's a sourdough bread, but it's wrapped exactly like just regular bread and sliced in very square, nice squares for sandwiches and things. I like that. And it has such a nice texture, and it's not hard, but it's yet chewy a little bit. So I really like it. I'll give you the name brand on that too. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I have learned to like, am I saying this right? Is it hummus? Okay. What else thinking? What is hummus? It's actually chickpea somehow ground up. Now, I got to find one that has healthy ingredients in it because I don't want canola oil or anything like that. I don't know, the one I've got now, if it's the greatest, you know, I just couldn't find one and not even sure what's in it. It didn't seem like I remember any, but I like it. And so I've got the romaine leaves, and I even put it just some hummus in a romaine leaf and roll it up and ate it. You know, just for a snack or in the evening, so it keeps you away from the bread. Avocado toast I made. That was so good. Yeah, so, well, actually, this Mediterranean diet is good because you it's not very limited. It really isn't. The only thing is you're not eating all that. So it's really weird, though. I'm not actually craving. I think maybe when you're eating healthy, it helps with the craving. Not really craving. Now, a little bit of dark chocolate, these little tiny bars. I've limited myself to a couple of those a day. And, you know, that's something, but still don't have any heavy craving or anything. Some friends of ours, Jan and Jerry, do you remember me talking? Some of you might remember one of the videos, and I talked about Gypsy. I think where she had went to get Gypsy, and she doesn't know, I don't know if she even knew why she took this dog home. And the people, once she got the dog in the back seat, I think these people are talking about, well, she's one of the worst dogs they ever had or something like that. And that Gypsy growled at her in the back seat. And she's talking to this dog in the car. But she said she got her home and she jumped out of the car and was just happy as can be, like she's lived there forever. And she said she's the best dog that she's ever had. Well, I didn't know Gypsy was this old, but she was 14 years old. And I think it was today, they had to put her down. Yeah, pray for Jan and Jerry because they're grieving over that dog. She said they just can't quit crying. And she said they just took her for a walk, long walk yesterday. And this morning she gets up and she just collapsed. And it was either a stroke or a heart attack. And they took her to the vet, and the vet said there was a faint heartbeat, but she wasn't going to pull out of this. And so they gave her, they euthanized her. So they're grieving. And if you're a pet owner, and I've had to do stuff like this, it's horrible. So sad. Well, God bless all of you. And Lord, I just pray you'll keep all my listeners, all my subscribers, and my friends that just watch and haven't subscribed. But Father, I pray that you just keep all of them safe from these storms. And those who went through storms, dear God, just help them. I pray that you'll send workers that will have a heart to get in there and work and help them. And those who can't get in there and work, Father, I pray they will give financially. And just all the people, Lord, who are caregivers, strengthen them. They need it. And Father, those that are sick, touch their bodies and heal them. Those that are depressed and down in the dumps, Lord, lift up their spirits. But those who's having problems with family or friends and relationships, intervene, Lord. Intervene. Let your Holy Spirit work in them. So I love all you guys, and stay safe out there, okay? Take authority over that storm. When you hear it's coming, look how Jesus did when he was in that boat and that storm came. He said, peace, be still. Talk to that storm. That's what I did when it was heading this way. In the name of Jesus, I go, you turn the other way, storm. Peace, be still. So, okay, guys, love all of you. Bye-bye.